Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. So we are navigating very choppy waters here, very choppy waters. And we see that we get towards the end of an uptrend here because we get so many headwinds. A lot of headwinds, a lot of red candles that we didn't have down here. We have certainly enough waves to count 5 up, and I want to show you a couple of scenarios that are now possible and likely, and that the levels, I want to give you the levels that you need to watch out for as well, and below or above which levels which scenario is getting more likely. At the moment, we could say that in scenario 1, these 5 waves up are complete. We certainly have an impulse, even though it's quite ugly. It's quite ugly, and I don't really like what happened here at the end, because I don't have a very clear wave 4, I don't have a very clear wave 5. Could easily be a 3-wave move to the upside as well, okay? So, but the first scenario is possible. We would know more about it, and the evidence that this is true and that this is our scenario, we would get evidence if we break below 3.64 cents, below the beginning of the wave 5, then it could theoretically still be a wave 4 that we say, all right, we made something like this. So an A overshooting B wave, and now we're coming down in C. That's possible. That would be pretty much in line with Bitcoin. But below 3.41 cent, this will get invalidated as well, or at least it will get very unlikely. So these are very close together. So to keep it simple, you could say as soon as we drop below 3.41 cent, we are going down quite strongly, most likely. Have a much deeper retracement at least ahead of us. As long as we hold above 3.41 cents, it is still possible to move higher in a 5th wave, because the retracement, even if it goes all the way down to the box here, it could still all be a wave 4, A, B, C. Yeah, so that's possible, and then we would have to move the wave 1 up here. The problem is that the move up here looks very much like a 3-wave move, so you can get away with counting it as 5, but it's not nice, it's not very clear. So the 3-wave move is possible, and that would mean if we come down here, it could all still just be a wave 4, because the move up wasn't clear enough, and it was also not really in 5 waves. So we still have risk that, or we have the possibility still that this is all a wave 4, and that we will still rally in a wave 5. And just to keep it very simple, as long as we're holding 3.41, what was it, 3.41 cents? What did I say, 3.4? Yeah, 3.41 cents. As long as we're holding that, we can still focus on higher in this scenario here, yeah? There's another scenario I want to talk to you about, which doesn't in the short term make much difference. It is this one where we also say, as long as we're holding this support, we can focus on higher. And it would just be the idea that, okay, wave 4 is finished, but we're doing something like that. Yeah, this was a wave 1. We're now coming down in a bit of a deeper wave 2. And we would then rally in a wave 3 next for 5 to finish off this 5th. Yeah, so that's possible as well. And also possible as long as we're holding the green support area. Actually, also this is only possible as long as we're holding the 3.64 cent level. But to keep it very simple, not to confuse anyone, it's really all about this key level down here, which is the 50% Fibonacci retracement of the 3rd wave. 3.41, yeah, or keep it 3.4. Doesn't make much difference, but this is sort of where we are, yeah. And as long as we're holding that, we can still get, in whatever shape or form, this 5th wave to the upside. I think that's sort of important. What happens now if we break that 3.4 cent level? Well, then we could say that we topped either here or here. Probably, I would probably even say that we then topped here, yeah, because this looks so much like a 3-wave move up. But that's obviously open for debate. You know, there is no right or wrong here. But then, or let's just say, okay, maybe it topped here, okay, and we have 5 clear waves up. And then this was an A wave, this is a B wave, and we could head down now in a C wave. And we then had obviously the wave 1 in, and I don't know where the wave 2 is. I think I never put it on the chart probably. And we're going to come down in wave 2 then. So it's really all about that support area. If that fails, at least we have clarity. We know that we are most likely then in a wave 2. could also be an A, B, C, but that would be quite similar in the short term. So I can give you then another support area that you could use for a pullback trade, for example, to trade the wave 3 to the upside. If I had to give you that now, why not? Based on the current high, this would then be, well, okay, see, and that's where the tough situation starts, because the support area for this wave 2 actually overlaps with the wave 4 support area. That's what makes the current situation so difficult. So it actually means that should we drop below this level, yes, we're most likely in a wave 2. Doesn't help you very much, because even if you set the stop loss here, it could very well be the price hits the 61.8 retracement at 3.07 cents and will start to rally. If we, however, drop below 2.4 cents, then there is most likely a failure of the pattern, and all of this was just a corrective move up, and we're going to come down impulsively. That's what we will see, but the move up was really impulsive, so I would rather say there's a good chance we actually hold this area down here. So yeah, I would certainly, because of that, be very careful with leverage. Maybe something on the spot market, you know, when we come down a little bit lower, maybe starting to scale in carefully. And when we then have a evidence that we are reversing again to the upside, maybe then slowly starting to build that trade. I think that's in this situation probably the best, because there is this uncertainty, and I could theoretically pull this support area, two scenarios, yeah, pull this support area down to 2.39 cents. So that leaves a lot of room, really. Okay, so it's tough. We have clarity if either we now make a new high, then we know we are in wave 5, or if we drop below the wave 4 support area, we at least know that we are most likely in a wave 2, and that we could react to either 3.07 cents, so we need to be watching that fib level, or 2.39 and need to be watching that fib level. If that one fails as well, then we probably are going to make a new low. So these are all the relevant levels, and which scenario they are relevant for. We've got 2 to 3 scenarios here which are relevant at the moment. And yeah, we're facing some headwinds up here. So the market hasn't fully made up its mind yet. That's what often happens towards the end of a trend, and maybe the trend is already over. So we'll see how the market decides. Certainly gave you all the relevant levels. Again, I'd be careful here in the current state with anything leverage related. I'd also be careful with the short trade here, because you're just above support. So it's not an easy one. It's not an easy one, and clarity is good. So I'm going to wait for a little bit of clarity here. Okay, and that's my update about GALA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.